off the play fake. Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. They go to Elliott again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Larry, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And out now come the Seahawks. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
In motion is the tight end, Graham. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
On 2nd down, Rawls. They find some open field here. Rawls pushing him aside. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, 35 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik McDowell in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Martin flexing the muscle and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 10th carry now for Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 63 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Elliott. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They go play action here on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A dump off to Elliott. That goes for a gain of 31.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On play action, Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Winston. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded at about the 28. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Stafford drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. Play action. Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. Third down here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Watch me go.
Throwing, Winston. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Here's John Ryan now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Lions. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing to Stafford. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Well, 1 win down, still 3.